What's going on, you guys? Today we're going to be learning the legendary song I Will Follow You Into the Dark by Death Cab For Cutie. I have to say, Ben Gibbard is a genius, and these chord changes are beautiful. You know what else is beautiful? Is when you hit that subscribe button. But for real though, it really does help me out a ton when you hit that big red button, and so I'd really appreciate that. With that out of the way, let's get into it. You are watching Logan's Lessons. Capo, 5th fret. For this entire song, we have a consistent strumming pattern, and for that reason, we are going to learn the strumming pattern first. It's a down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up. Do that with me. Down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up. The intro has a somewhat involved chord progression, but take heart because it's also the chorus. We start on an A minor chord. To play an A minor chord, we will place our middle finger on the 2nd fret of our D string, our 3rd finger on the 2nd fret of our G string, and our 1st finger on the 1st fret of our B. Coming from the A minor, we have a C major chord. To play a C major from the A minor, all we have to do is lift our 3rd finger up off of the G string and instead place it on the 3rd fret of our A. That is a C major chord. Make sure that your 3rd finger is on the 3rd fret of your A string, your middle finger on the 2nd fret of your D string, and your 1st finger on the 1st fret of your B. Very good. Moving on, we have an F major chord. To get to an F major chord from a C major chord is also very simple. What we're going to have to do is take our 3rd and our middle fingers and move them down a string, leaving your 1st finger in the same place. So your 3rd finger will be on the 3rd fret of your D string, your middle finger on the 2nd fret of your G, and your 1st finger on the 1st fret of your B string. That is an F major chord. Then you go back to a C major chord, and then a G chord. A G chord is going to be a little bit different. We're going to put our middle finger on the 3rd fret of our low E string, our 1st finger on the 2nd fret of our A string, our 3rd finger goes way down here on the 3rd fret of our B string, and our pinky on the 3rd fret of our high E. That is a G chord. So for the first time through, for the first phrase, if you will, we have an A minor to a C, an F, and then for the last measure, the C and the G split a bar. So with the strumming pattern, the first phrase will sound like this. So the C has a down, down, up, and the G also has a down, down, up. So down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. Do that with me. Down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. Okay. The second line is quite a bit simpler. You go from that A minor chord to the C and then the G chord. And the G lasts twice as long. That's twice through the strumming pattern. So do that with me. A minor, C, G. Now with the first line, we have A minor, C, F, C, G, A minor, C, G. The third line is a bit longer and is a bit more complicated, but I think this is where the chord progression really shines. So you start on the A minor chord, go to the C major chord, which is the same as both of the first two phrases, but here is where it changes. We go to a major third, which I think is really interesting. The major third in the key of C is E major. To play an E major chord, you will place your middle finger on the 2nd fret of your A string, your 3rd finger on the 2nd fret of your D string, and your 1st finger on the 1st fret of your G string. An E major chord should sound like this. Then, after the E major, you go back to A minor, but the A minor splits a bar with what we call an A minor over G. To play an A minor over G, we're going to keep these fingers in the same position, but what we're going to do is take our pinky finger up and hit the 3rd fret of our low E string. So you have a down, down, up, down, down, up, like that. So far we have A minor, to C, E major, then A minor over G, and then we're going down to an F major chord. We're going to have to play this the bar chord version way, and you'll understand here why in a second. To play the bar chord version of F major, we are going to bar across the first fret of all of our strings with our index finger, and our third finger will be on the third fret of our A string, and our pinky finger on the third fret, right under it on the third fret of your D string. Last finger, we have our middle finger on the second fret of our G string. To play an F major will sound like this. And after that, our next chord, we just lift our middle finger off. This is an F minor chord. And then we're back to C. So the third phrase, as long as it is A minor, C, E major, then A minor over G, F major, F minor, C. I'll say that again. A minor, C, E major, A minor over G, F major, F minor, C. Now with the strumming pattern, it'll sound like this. That leads you into the chorus. Now I want you to play it along with me. Let's do it. One more time. Now let's do the full intro together. One more time. Awesome job. So that is the intro. It is also the chorus. So with that being said, let's learn the verse, because once you learn the verse, you've learned the song, man. First, I will present you with the simple functional way and then the spicy way. The simple chords you need to know are this. You go from a C major, and each of these chords last twice as long as those in the intro, that being twice through the strumming pattern. So you go from that C major to A minor, F, and then C and G split a bar. So you strum each the C and the G one time through the strumming pattern. I'll demonstrate. Okay. Now if you want to spice it up a bit, we can add in a walking fifths bass line. This is common in bluegrass music, but a lot of acoustic-based music, like this song, use this technique quite frequently. So on the C major chord, we need to make a slight alteration. We play what is called a C over G. So we're going to lift our third finger up a string to the low E string, so that it's on the third fret of our low E string. And under it, we'll place our pinky on the third fret of our A string, where our third finger was. And what we're going to do is when we're strumming, the first note, we're going to just target the A string. So down, down, up, and then we have the low E string. Then you have an up, down, up. So like that. And then you go to an A minor chord, you just target the A string, then the low E string, and then the the F major chord, you'll just play normally. The C, the G. So with the spiciness involved, the verse will sound like this. It's a subtle little difference, but I do think it's really cool. So there's one last little thing to fully nail this song. In the end of the third verse, where Ben sings "In the Blackest of Rooms," the chords change there. It's like a bridge or whatever you want to call it. The chords change there. So you're starting on an A minor chord. You play that one time through the strumming pattern. And then we go to an F major chord. And you play the F major chord through the strumming pattern 4 times. Play that with me, so you have an A minor, then F. And that is how you play the song "I Will Follow You Into the Dark." If you have a song request, please comment it. If you wish to be notified of future videos, hit the bell. I sincerely hope that you are well. Please do me a favor and hit that like button blue. I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe too. I hope this video has been a blessing. You've been watching Logan's Lessons.